Welcome everybody, this is my first champion spotlight on Summoner's War Chronicles. Do forgive me if I'm a little less than perfect at it. Like I said, this is my first time doing it, so bear with me if I do make some mistakes. Today I've chosen Chloe, the Fire Epikeon Priest, as our first champion spotlight, as she's not the most difficult to obtain, but she's also not the easiest. Not everybody's going to have her, but it will be generally a little easier to grab her, even as a free-to-play. Starting off, her basic attack is just that. Just a basic attack. We can move on from there, as we're not going to focus on her damage dealing. She's a support class healer type of monster. Her A1, starting at level 1, restores 23.1% of your party's HP based off of her maximum HP. So you're going to want to stack as much HP as you can on her, while also remembering defense is also important, as is resistance. That being said, you might be able to go forgo resistance with her second ability that grants invincibility and cleanses if you already have invincibility. Now the wording in here is a little iffy, because it says it applies invincibility to nearby allies and removes all harmful effects on invincible allies. That, to some, might lead to the thought line like I had, where, well, they all had invincibility, it's supposed to do the remove harmful effects because you have invincibility. That's not the case. Being that it is a Korean-made game, there will be some translation errors or some things lost in translation. In order to get her cleanse off, if you're relying solely on her with the invincibility, you will have to use both charges of your maxed out mana, which would be 10 mana. It does cost 5. You can be a little more spendy on the mana side, so if you're not autoing, be sure to manage, look at that closely and try to manage it as best you can. Her invincibility does last anywhere from 4 to 6 seconds at max. It is very clutch in a lot of situations. I know a lot of people in the world chat on my server have had some issues in certain areas like the Mad Lab, the Lava Cave, and fighting Kirkchul just before the Lava Cave. Her invincibility really helps out for when enemies do those charged attacks, that where they charge up and you can see the AoE on the ground coming at you. If you can't get dodged out of the way, maybe you can press that key or key combo, whether you're playing on your phone or PC or using a controller through either. You might be able to get that invincibility off to save yourself there, and then while you're stunned and maybe she's not, use it again to remove that stun and get right back to the fight. Like I said, going back to her first ability, it is based off of her maximum HP, being 23% at a low end and 41.6 at a high end. That's a lot of HP restored. It does cost 4 mana, so again, at maximum mana charge, you get 2 uses out of it, but it can definitely save you in a pinch. Like I said, you're going to want to focus mostly on her HP. Remember that defense is also a key factor. So when it comes to runes, I would vote mostly, as you're trying to figure things out, just focus on the primary stats as best you can for your 2, 4, and 6 runes. That HP is going to help you the most. Remember to keep defense in your substats so that when she does take a hit, because it's going to happen with the AI, whether you set your monsters to manually follow you or to fight on their own, they're going to take a hit at some point. So definitely, look for those primary HP percentage main stats on 2, 4, and 6. Keep them in the substats of 1, 3, and 5, and definitely try to remember to also keep defense percentage in there. That's about all she's really going to need, as she doesn't apply any debuffs, doesn't do anything else. She is basically your supporting healer, keep you alive type of champion, pure and simple. Not a whole lot to her other than that. I wanted to keep the first one simple. I wanted to keep it as short as possible. Rune sets, I would definitely recommend going energy, maybe one guard if you feel like you need that extra bit of defense. I wouldn't worry about any other set. From what I've seen in the game, I've run the campaign almost completely on all 3 summoners. I'm currently working on Kina in Rukuagma right now. I haven't seen a whole lot of need that would call for your monsters to need a high resistance rate through the campaign and dungeons just yet. That being said, I also haven't been able to hit level 15 of any of the rune dungeons yet. So keep that in mind, that I do not have perfect knowledge of the game and all its intricate workings. I am simply going off of what I've experienced. And what I've experienced is that you can most likely go the resistance in a lot of situations. As people flesh out their teams, the game gets a little older, people get more champions that they worked on. Resistance might become a more key feature in future updates. But for now, I would say that resistance isn't too important. Should that change, I will come back and update the video. But that being said, that's all I've got for her this time around. Be sure to catch me live on stream. I do try to stream on Twitch every day from noon central till as long as I can go, really. Some days, I do try to get in that 3.5 to 4 hours minimum. Some days I'm just not feeling the greatest, and other days I might have to forego it because of work. I do work with dogs for a living, so I got to make sure I get them out during the day and make sure they get their exercise and whatnot. Let me know what you think in the comments. If I said something wrong, please point it out so I can fix that in future videos and probably update this one. If you like what I'm doing, feel free to let me know. Let me know what champions you want me to work on next. If I have them, I will definitely try to get them in the spotlight. If not, I will do what I can to get them. But other than that, thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, let's hope there's more to come. Link for my Twitch channel in the description before I forget that. Y'all take it easy, and I'll see you next time.